Hello, YouTube and patrons, YouTube and Patreon, YouTubers and patrons. Jordy C here. This is the Dark Vlog. I'm just winging this here. Here I am again in the car, as you're probably growing accustomed to seeing me in this setting. I'm at the line again, like I was last time, waiting to pick up Declan, my child, from school. And as I say, winging this, I don't really have anything planned. I just wanted to check in with you guys before the Thanksgiving holiday here, because I realize I haven't done a vlog in a while. You haven't heard from me in a little bit. And just wanted to say hi, really. So I was looking at some true crime headlines that I could maybe talk about. There's sort of an emergence of another subway slasher, potentially, in New York City. A couple articles on that crossed my mind, or crossed my feed, and then I thought, well, maybe I could talk about that. I guess this guy's been stabbing, and at least one now has died. One victim has died, stabbing people, unsuspecting victims on subways. Like, one guy was sleeping, he stabbed him in the neck. There was another stabbing earlier that day. So maybe we're getting another New York City subway slasher thing. There was a famous case back in the 80s. Actually, he might have been a shooter, the guy I'm thinking of. He was shooting a lot of young teens who he thought he was just discriminating against them based on the way they looked, and thought he was some sort of warrior for justice, some sort of vigilante, and he was shooting like teenagers and stuff. It was disgusting. But anyway, so see there, I ended up talking about it anyway, even thinking I had decided not to. But yeah, what else? Tiger King 2 is out. Has anyone watched that yet? My problem with that is, okay, let me say this. I really liked the first Tiger King. I know that's become a little, I don't know, people seem to have backed away from that, I guess because it blew up so much, and then everyone and their mom became obsessed with it, and now people are retreating from that a little bit. They don't want to be associated with something that everyone else likes. I used to do that a lot in high school, actually. You know, like when I would discover some cool new band or something, I would want it to be just mine. Like, you know, I was really into like punk rock and stuff, and I'd find some small band that no one knew about, right? And then they'd blow up and get huge, and I'd have to distance myself. Oh, I actually don't like them anymore. And I've grown out of that, because I wouldn't want to be associated with something trendy or whatever. It seems like there's a little bit of that maybe going on with Tiger King. I think about it with Game of Thrones, too. I still think Game of Thrones was one of the greatest shows ever. And people always say, oh, Jordan, I think you're forgetting just how bad those last couple of seasons were. And my retort to that is, I think you're forgetting how great the first 5 or 6 or whatever it was seasons were. I think there's a little bit of amnesia there. So yeah, with Tiger King, maybe the same thing. That, you know, people don't want to be associated with something so popular and trendy and also goofy and sort of self-indulgent and toxic. But it was fun. It was really fun. And so because of that, I think I probably will check out the second one, but I suspect that it's just a cash grab and there's not really much of a story left to tell. Kind of like, to a lesser extent, I do feel this way about Making a Murderer as well. The first season was fantastic and a story worth telling. The second season, it really did feel like they were just trying to capitalize on the success of the first one by giving us a bit more, even though there wasn't really much of a story to tell. There was a little bit. It was okay. They probably should have made it shorter, and then it really would have worked. But and now there's plans for a third one as well. So that's a little weird. So for the same reason, I could see Tiger King being the same sort of thing there. There's not much left to tell. That's what I'm assuming. If any of you have watched it, comment below. Let me know. So yeah, I'm sort of all over the place here. Really just want to say hi to you guys, talk about a couple of things. So after this Thanksgiving week, I think as far as the Dark Dark World schedule goes, I'll be doing my next narrative episode, which I haven't decided what that'll be yet. And then, of course, we've got our Christmas special will be coming up. Ed C and I will tackle that again. Maybe it would be cool. So if you're watching this video now, and it's, by the time you're watching it, it's still around when I released it, within a couple of weeks. Well, within a few days. Look at the date there. If this was released, within a few days of when you're watching it, comment below with a case that you would like me to cover on this show. I know you guys sometimes send in suggestions, but let's do this specifically for my next narrative episode that will happen after Thanksgiving week. Comment below, tell me a case that you would like me to cover, and then I'll just select one randomly from the comments. Hopefully it's not an embarrassing situation where only like one or two people comment, and then I'm like, well, this is the one I chose, but there were really no options. So yeah, help me out. Like the video and comment down below. Let me know a case you'd like me to cover, and I may well do it. I definitely will choose one that is listed in the comments. There won't be any like, I didn't like any of them, I'm going to do this instead. I will do whatever, well, not whatever case. I will do one of the cases from your comments below. So please help me out and comment. Don't make me look a fool. Okay, so that'll be it, guys. As always, thank you so much to each and every one of you who has subscribed, shared these videos, liked them, told your friends about the show, downloaded the episodes on the podcast feed, whatever you are doing to contribute to help Dark Dark World out, I really appreciate it. And if you're here in the States and you're celebrating this week, do have a happy Thanksgiving. It's a disgusting tradition based on a lot of gross actions and history, especially on the part of us white folk. But I think that, at least for me, it's one of my favorite days of the year just because it's one of the few times out of the year, maybe the only, where I get to see everyone I love on the same day, in the same place. So regardless of the history and the crap and the fact that I'm a vegan and don't want to be even around the turkey really particularly, I find positives in it because of the people I love and the people I enjoy celebrating with and seeing. So make it your own holiday. You don't have to subscribe to the tradition. You don't have to eat turkey. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Make it something for you. I just drink and watch football and hang out with my loved ones, and I find it to be a fantastic and enjoyable holiday, and I hope that yours will be as well. Thank you again to all of you. Be safe, be kind. See ya next time.